What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play with a new eyeshadow palette, and this one comes to us from Lethal Cosmetics. This is the Mellow Grove palette. This one launched last week on Saturday and I picked it up. I absolutely had to. The color story in here is beautiful, and we're gonna get to that in just a minute, but first I want to show y'all this cover art because this kind of took my breath away. I thought it was absolutely beautiful with this butterfly on the front that has like these reflective rose gold wings, and then in the background you have like this smoky, foggy purple forest with the flowers. I just thought it was absolutely stunning. And then if you turn her to the side, it has this really pretty like holochrome rose gold packaging around here. It's stunning. I think it's absolutely beautiful. This packaging is gorgeous. But if we open up the palette, we have this absolutely beautiful 15 pan color story, and I just thought this was really unique. I have one eyeshadow palette from Lethal Cosmetics. I really love the formula in that, and I've been wanting to play with the brand a little bit more, but I've been waiting for that perfect color story, and when I saw this one like revealed, I thought it was beautiful. Very unique to my collection. It's got like garden vibes, but sort of like grungy vibes. I don't know, there's something about the color story that is just very unique, caught my eye, and I had to pick it up. So we're gonna play with this palette today, but before we do, let me give you a little up close sneak peek of this palette, show you what it looks like, and give you the quick rundown on this palette. So this is a 15 pan color story. It's currently available on their website right now. It does retail for $45, and all of the pans in this palette are magnetic, so you can take them out, move them around, pop them in other palettes, put them, you know, in as singles, whatever you want to do. If you like to do build your own palettes, things like that, you can definitely do that with this palette. But this collection also comes with two other products. I didn't pick those up because I wasn't interested, but there's 3 colored mascaras that they launched in addition to the other colors that they have. Let me kind of read to you what those are. So there's Static, which looks like a blurple shade. Current is a really pretty like green, and then Spark is like a magenta pink red color. Those retail for $13.50 a piece, or you can get the bundle of 3 for $36.45. And then they also came out with a brush cleaner, which is one of those in the little tin where you just swirl your brush, kind of like a Sigma color switch, just to get the color off so that you can keep going. But that retails for $8.50. I didn't pick that up either. I just got the palette, but all of that is available on their website. It will all be linked down below, as well as everything that is on my face, everything else that we use today. So if you're curious about anything, check that description box. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. We're gonna create 3 different looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom y'all in, get my hair out of my face, and we're gonna jump into the first look. All right, my hair's pulled out of my face, my eyes are primed and ready to go. I did go in with my MAC paint pot for my eyeshadow base, but let's go ahead and create our first look with this palette. So I think what I really want to do is kind of play with some of these like berry tones in here. I think they're really pretty. I want to play with the greens. I want to play with all of it, and I'm going to try and use as many different shades as I can to create these 3 looks. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with this shade right here. This is called Sway. So I'm just going to pick this one up with a, what is this? A Blinged Brush E24, and I'm gonna pop this into my crease. Kind of fluffing it, going in very light. I'm not applying a lot of pressure. That's very pigmented. Very pigmented. So like I said, I don't have a whole lot of experience with Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadows with their formula. I just have the one palette, and I do really enjoy that one. But you know, there's a difference between like deeper tones and more like bright, vibrant tones. So I'm excited to play with this. I hear so many people talk about how much they love Lethal Cosmetics, and yeah, I'm gonna try them out for myself. Okay, so that first shade's down. That looks really nice. It went down easily. I didn't have any issues with patching or grabbing or anything like that. It built up really nicely. The pigmentation is there, and I didn't have any fallout, and there wasn't a whole lot of kick up in the pan with this either. But I think what I want to do next is I want to go in with this shade right here, which is called Serenity, and I'm just going to wipe off this brush, and I'm going to go in with that same brush and just kind of put this like a little bit over here in the inner corner, kind of lightening it up just a little bit and then softening the edges around the rest of that color, just to make it a little softer. Okay, that looks pretty. I like that. Let's deepen this up just a little bit. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Opulence, and I'm gonna deepen up my outer corner. Let me grab this brush right here. I like this one. This is a Sigma E24 brush, so I'm going to pick this up and tap this into my outer corner. I want to see if there's a big shade difference. Now you've already seen the swatches. I have not swatched this yet, so you already know that answer. But yeah, I definitely see a shade difference. Could they have done a little bit more? Yes, definitely. I feel like they definitely could have either deepened one of them or lightened the other one, or maybe put a different shade in there altogether. I don't think both of them are completely necessary, but they are two different colors and they are beautiful. But that just went on so nicely. I love a good formula that I don't have to struggle with. I love one that just goes on and kind of blends out itself. You know what I mean? But that looks really beautiful. Okay, what do we want to do next? Decisions, they're so hard. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna kind of keep this a little basic-ish, but I kind of want to take this shade right here, this brown, and put it on my lower lash line, and then maybe go back in with this pink right here that we use called Serenity and kind of fluff that out and give like a softness to it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in with that deep brown shade called Quiver, and with my brushes are all dirty, I need to clean them. Okay, we're gonna go in with a blinged brush E43. I'm gonna pick up that shade Quiver and just very lightly put that along my lower lash line. I'm gonna keep it kind of tight. I'm not like really like tight lining my lower lash line, but I'm also not fluffing and blowing it out either. I'm just kind of smudging it down there, keeping it pretty tight in. And I am taking it all the way across. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with my Sigma E24 into that light pink shade called Serenity, and I am just going to go right below that brown and just softly diffuse it, giving it a soft gradient. Okay, so far so good. Let's pop a shimmer on this lid. I really want to play with all of these shimmers. They're so beautiful. But I think we're gonna start with this one today. It's called, it's hard to read because it's like sparkly against a shiny background. I think it's called Halcyon. I'm not sure. But we're gonna pop that all over the lid, and then for my inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Adrift. So per usual, I'm just going to pick up my NYX glitter primer right here and pop this on my lid so that I get a little bit more intensity and I get the staying power that I want with my shimmer shades. Okay, so I've picked up the shade Halcyon, I think is what it's called, on my finger, and we're gonna pop this on the lid. Ooh, that's really pretty. I love it. This is a clean finger. I'm just kind of evenly dispersing it. That's pretty. I'm a sucker for a purple and I love that shade. Okay, for the inner corner, I just picked up a Game Beauty EO5 brush. I just like to use a brush that has like a small little flat tip, and I'm gonna pick up that shade Adrift, and I am going to spray it with my MAC Fix Plus, and I'm gonna pop this into my inner corner. Ooh, that's pretty. It's very reflective. It's like a pink with a gold shift to it. That's really, really pretty. I like that. I kind of want to bring it a little bit more in right here just to give like a soft gradient effect and a little bit of lightness and brightness on that inner corner. But oh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on my liner, my lashes, all that good stuff, and I will come back and show you the first completed look. All right, y'all, so this is going to complete the first look, and I love the way that this turned out. This is a very me look. It's like purples and mauves, and I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the way that the shadows performed. I'm excited to keep playing with this, but let me show you what I used to finish up this look. So for my liner, I went ahead and tight lined just underneath my lashes, and then my waterline with my Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal liner. I absolutely love these. I rant and rave about them. I think they are beautiful. My eye is watering, and I've gotten mascara down there. I will fix that in a minute. But for my mascara, I went in with my Queen Musea 2053 mascara. I've actually really been enjoying this. The longer it's open, the more I like it, but it's not waterproof, as you can see. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's not waterproof. Let me just say that. But it is a beautiful mascara, so if you don't struggle with watery eyes, it's beautiful. But I like the way this turned out. We're gonna go ahead and move on to look number 2. So for look number 2, I wanna do just like a really neutral look with just like a pop of color on the lid. So we're gonna play with some of these neutral browns in here. We're gonna play with the greens, but I wanna save them for the last look because I'm excited about them. But I'm gonna go ahead and I think start out with, I think I'm going to start out with this shade right here as like a transition and bring it all the way up to my brow, kind of. We're going to do like a soft gradient with this. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my blinged brush E41, and I'm going to pick up that lightest shade called Whisper. And I am just going to fluff this up here, bringing it all the way up. Probably not going to get a lot of color payoff just because this is very close to my skin tone, but you can see a little something going on. Okay, so I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Tranquil, and I'm just going to kind of fluff that into my crease as well, keeping it a little bit lower, not taking it up quite as high, just to give a very soft gradient transition on my lid. But yeah, you can definitely see a little something more with that shade. All right, let's go ahead and pop into this shade right here. That one is called Ponder, and it's just a good like mid-tone brown shade. So I'm gonna go in with a Sigma E25. This is just like a little travel version of it. And I'm gonna pop this into like the outer third of my lid, so not just the outer corner, but I am going to bring it in just a little bit more. But these shades are blending so beautifully. This is a really nice formula. I am really impressed. It makes me really excited for what else they have to offer in the future. I'm going to take that same shade with that same brush, and I'm just going to fluff this along my lower lash line. I'm not keeping it super precise. I'm not keeping it tight. I am just fluffing it under there, just going by feel, just to give some color down on that lower lash line. Okay, let's add a little bit more depth to this lid. So I'm going to go back in with this dark shade that we used in the first look. It's called Quiver, and I'm just going to pick this up with a Morphe M506 brush, and I just want to very lightly deepen this outer corner. I am just going to tap right out here where everything, you open and you have like everything connects right there. I am just tapping it right there. I'm not letting this color get away from me. I don't want it to take over and become a big smoky eye. I just want a little bit of depth, just like that. Yeah, that is absolutely beautiful, very soft. You could definitely kind of leave this here, go in with like one of these champagne shades or even this pink to the gold flip that we used, and just have a very neutral everyday wearable look. But that's not what we're going to do. We're going to take this one step further. So I am going to do a shimmer on my lid. I want to play with this one up here. This one has been eyeballing me from the get-go. It looks like it is a purple brown like multi-chrome, and I want to put that all over my lid, and then we will probably do this shade on the inner corner. There is like a little gnat flying around in here, so we're going to put this all over the lid, and then we're going to put this on the inner corner. So those shades are Sanctuary and Bliss. So we're going to put some NYX glitter glue on this lid and pop those shades on. All right, so this is the shade Sanctuary. Ugh, so, so pretty. Popping her on the lid. That's really pretty. Yep, beautiful. All right, so I went ahead and left just a little bit more of that inner corner open, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop Bliss in there. So that's that champagne color up in that top corner. So I'm gonna pick that up with my Game Beauty EO5 brush, and I am going to spray this with my MAC Fix Plus, and we're gonna pop this into that inner corner and like fourth of my lid. Ooh, that's pretty. I really like that. Very reflective, very beautiful. This could actually be used as like a really pretty highlighter as well. A brow bone shade as well. Just a really pretty champagne. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this look, and I will come back and show you the completed look number 2. All right, y'all, so this is gonna complete the second look, and I love the way this one turned out as well. It's very much so on the more neutral side, but I can definitely appreciate a neutral eyeshadow look. As much as I love color, there's just something about a neutral look that's just so like sultry and smoky and beautiful. So I love this. I think it's beautiful. Those shimmer shades are gorgeous. Everything performed the way that it did over here. So far, so good. Let me show you what I used to finish off this look. So for my waterline and to line my lid and give me that little wing, I went in with my NYX Epic Wear liner in Fierce Purple. I thought it would be really pretty to go with this look, kind of bring out a little bit in that multi-chrome on the lid. This is like a deeper purple, so it's not like an in-your-face purple, but it just has a little bit of that contrast, and I like the way that it looks. And then of course I went in with my same mascara over here as well. But let's go ahead, and I'm going to remove both of these looks, and we're going to create one third and final look with the green shades. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our third and final look. I did already prime my eyes with my MAC paint pot, but for this look, I want to play with these greens. I really want to play with these greens. This one has me so intrigued right here. I think it's beautiful. And then we've got this dark green. I love this shimmer up here, and even this one right here. Oof, that one's really pretty too. It's like a brown with a green flip almost, it looks like, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. So I'm gonna start with this shade right here, which is called Lagoon. And what I wanna do with that is I wanna pick it up with a Singe Beauty EO2 brush, and I wanna keep this on like the inner part of my lid, kind of in the crease, bringing it about halfway over. There is a ton of kick up with this shade. Like, let me show you. Can you see all that kick up? There's a ton of kick up, but I'm not getting any fallout with it, so it's not translating to the lid. But kick up doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people, but it doesn't bother me. All right, so this is what the shade looks like. It is pigmented. It went down beautifully. I went ahead and brought it just a little bit more than halfway over so I can blend the next shade together with this, and I brought it into my inner corner. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop into this deeper green right next to it. This one is called Sylvan. I think that's correct, but it's called Sylvan. We're gonna pop into that one. And for this shade, I'm gonna go in with, we're gonna go in with a Singe Beauty EO4 brush. So I'm gonna pick that shade up, and I'm gonna keep this out on the outer portion of my lid, and I'm gonna kind of bring it together right about halfway, not quite halfway, but right about there, meshing those two colors together, giving a really pretty soft gradient. All right, this is what we're looking like. I absolutely love it. I think it looks beautiful. Both of these colors built up really nicely on the lid. They meshed together really well. I did get the same amount of kick up with that green shade as I did with the other one. I already blew it off, so I can't show you. But do I want to do the same colors on the lower lash line, or do I want to go in with one of the plummy shades? I think we're gonna go in with one of the plummy shades. So we're gonna go in with, I think we're gonna go in with this one over here. That one's called Opulence, and I'm just going to pick that up with a Singe Beauty EO5 brush, and I'm gonna fluff this along my lower lash line. I know I've already used this color, but there's only so many mattes in here, and I have used all of the mattes. So at this point, I can kind of do what I want. Ooh, that looks pretty. I like that. Okay, I like the way this is looking. This is a lot of fun, but I want to deepen up that outer corner just a tiny bit more, and there's really only one shade in here to do that with. So I'm going to go in with this deep brown shade over here, which is called Quiver, and I'm going to go back in with my Morphe M506 brush, and just like last time, I'm just going to lightly put this on the outer corner, just giving a little bit of depth. I don't know how much this is going to do. I kind of wish I had a black, but I could definitely pull one from another palette. But since we're just playing with this one, we're going to go with this. And it's giving it a little something something. Not quite what I had in mind, but that's okay. Okay, let's play with some shimmer. I already put my NYX glitter primer on. I want to put this shade right here all over the lid. This one is called Solitude, and then I want to take this one up here, which is called Elysian, and put that on my inner corner. So I'm going to pick up Solitude with my finger, and I know I haven't said it, but these are very soft and like creamy shimmers. They're not the kind where you push in and they kind of like putty like, but they're not super stiff either. So just in case you haven't played with Lethal, giving you a little overview of what their shimmers feel like, the consistency. But they go on so beautifully on the lid. And if these shimmers are anything like the shimmers in their other palette that I have, they don't crease on me. But I will let y'all know in a future palette ranking video how the formula holds up on my lids and all that jazz. But that is a beautiful shade. I really like that a lot. So for the inner corner, I'm just going with a Singe Beauty EO1 brush. I picked up that shade Elysian, and I'm going to spray it with my MAC Fix Plus, and we're going to pop this into the inner corner. Ooh, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this third and final look, and I will come back, show you the completed look, and then we'll chit chat a little bit about this palette. All right, y'all, so this is gonna complete the third and final look using this palette. What do we think? I can't decide which look I like the best. I think they all came out absolutely beautiful. I got 3 completely different looks using this palette right here. Let me tell you what I used to finish up this look, and then we'll zoom out and talk about this palette. So for my waterline, I went in with my Charlotte Tilbury Walk of No Shame eyeliner, and then I did line my lid with my, let's see if I can say this, my Half Magic Magic Flick liquid eyeliner. Nailed it. And then for my mascara, I went in with my same Queen Musea 2053 mascara as well to finish off this look, and I love it. I really, really do. But let's go ahead and chit chat about this palette. All right, y'all, let's talk about this palette. First of all, the packaging we've already gone over. I think it's absolutely beautiful. This is sturdy. It's not super thick, but it's not super thin either, but this feels like good, sturdy cardboard packaging. You do get a really nice mirror on the inside right here that has this really pretty butterfly, and it's lined with the rose gold as well. And then the color story in here is just really beautiful. So to me, this is like a Color Lovers neutral palette, or a Neutral Lovers colorful palette. To me, these are neutral shades, but you know, if you're not into color, this can definitely kind of help you dip your toes into it. It gives you a nice little splash of color without going too over the top. Obviously, you can get something a little bit more colorful. You can settle it down. You can have just an everyday neutral look as well. But the formula in here is really nice. I've enjoyed playing with it. I'm excited to keep playing with it. I think we used every single shade in this palette. Yeah, we did. We used every single shade in this palette in 3 looks, and I didn't have any issues with any of the shades in this palette. The shimmers were all beautiful. They performed absolutely stunning. These 2 shades are so beautiful. I really liked this one right here. These two tones, they are a little close, but they're definitely different, so you do get a little bit of depth out of there. You do have really light shades, you have some deeper shades. It is a little heavier on the neutral side, but again, it's still just a beautiful, unique color story. I really enjoy it. I'm impressed with the Lethal Cosmetics formula. I'm excited to keep playing with this. I'm excited to see what else they have to offer in the future, but that is going to complete this video. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. Which look was your favorite out of all of these? And did you pick this palette up? Are you planning on picking it up? Have you tried Lethal Cosmetics before? Let me know all of your thoughts. Let's light up that comment section, have that conversation down below. And as usual, I want to thank you all so much for spending your time with me and watching my video. It does mean so much to me. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so that you can be notified of all my future posts here on my channel. I do post quite a few videos every single week, most days if not every day, and I wouldn't want you to miss one. But until my next video, have a good one. Bye.